What is going on, guys? It is Koalas here. Back-to-back days. I'm still uploading for you guys. I'm not gonna disappear out of nowhere. But today I'm bringing you a Trencher best class setup, I guess. But in my opinion, I think, for me at least, the way I play, this is the best class setup that I use since I've gotten this weapon. So I'm going to tell you guys what I use for my class, and that is simply just obviously the Trencher with foregrip, extended mags, and long barrel. For perk 1, I use dexterity and ghost, and then for perk 2, I use scavenger. Now there are 9 slots out of the 10 slots that I do use. If you want a red dot or an elo sight for that extra slot, if you don't really like the iron sights, in my opinion, I do prefer the iron sights. I don't really see I don't find it necessary to use a red dot or an elo sight, but just depending on how you play, you can indeed use that extra slot to put a red dot or elo sight. And I also want to point out that this weapon is usually for short to medium range. I find it very difficult to get kills. I was testing it out on Genesis on some bots, and I was finding it very difficult to get long shots. Now with most SMGs, you're going to find that getting long shots is pretty difficult. Obviously it's an SMG, it's not an AR. Even with the long barrel, it's still pretty difficult. It still takes about 7 to 8 bullets, even on Genesis, to get these long shot kills. So if you play aggressively, that's great, but if you want to like sit back and you expect to get these like longer shots, it's not gonna happen. You're gonna have a very tough time using this weapon, especially on these longer maps, which I was looking at the list of the maps, and I found that this weapon could possibly be good for the majority of the maps, except for maybe like 3. And that's also, I want to touch on that, what maps you could use this weapon and it will do really good in. And I found that this gun does really perform well with Crusher, Retaliation, Frontier, Grounded, Precinct, Frost, Throwback, Terminal, Skydock, Mayday, and Genesis. These maps are pretty small to medium maps, depending on how you play. I guess Frontier, if you think you're gonna go down mid or just camp against the wall in the way back of mid, if you know what I'm talking about, like it doesn't really. I think you guys know what I'm talking about. You're gonna get a 7 to 8 bullets just to kill that person, and that person will most likely have a sniper rifle or NV4 K-bar. So you will get absolutely shit on by anything that is anything but that weapon. If someone else is using the Trencher, whoever shoots first and can hit the most bullets in a fast enough time, I think will get that kill. And I also found out that there are LMG, I forget what it's called. I think it's called like the Mallard. I might be saying that wrong, but there are weapons like the K-bar, the Mallard, NV4 that this gun can sometimes lose to in those short to medium range gunfights. I don't know why. I mean, it's an SMG. It seems like a pretty powerful SMG, but sometimes you could just find those situations where they can get the first bullet, and even though they have an AR or even an LMG, you could still find yourself getting killed, which I think is really weird. I think they may even like buff this gun for those medium to long range gunfights, but we'll have to see. This gun definitely does not perform well against the VPR. If you guys haven't gotten this, save up your keys to about 100 or like 150, and I promise you, you will most likely get this in those common supply drops. You do not want to open rare supply drops. Like yesterday, I opened up commons and I got this gun in about 8 supply drops. So if you haven't gotten this weapon and you don't feel like going for the challenge, so you're just like, I don't want this gun, get it and try it out. Save up your crypto keys and open up common supply drops. I guarantee you have like a 95% chance of getting this weapon. But I think that's going to do it, guys. If you guys did enjoy this video, please leave a like. If you do like the content that I am making, it will only get better, I promise. Please subscribe. I will be uploading tomorrow. I have the next few days already covered, like in my mind. I'll probably even make another video right after this is posted. So come back to the channel for the next few days. It's gonna be great. I'll see you guys tomorrow, and the next day, and the next day. Peace.